be, of course, talking to a whole bunch of the exhibitors at the TigerDirect Tech Bash. It's an annual event open to the public, by the way, so if you happen to be in the Miami area next year, be sure to come to Marlins Park and check out all the cool stuff that a whole bunch of exhibitors are showing, some of the latest in consumer electronics, lots of gadgets and gizmos, products and services available today and into tomorrow.
This is our 4th year.
Yeah.
This is our biggest and best yet. We have over 18,000 registered guests.
Wow.
The people you see right now are actually exclusive early access guests. These are the guests who it's a free event to everybody.
Yeah.
But for select guests, we've offered them to be able to get in an hour before the rest of the crowd to see the latest and greatest from all of our vendors. And so as you see the night go on, you will see the field filled with thousands of people, all wanting to experience the later in consumer goods.
One of my favorites, and also one of our customer favorites, are a new line of power packs. So feel that.
Wow.
That is 20,800 milliamps. It's incredible. The average cell phone,
Holy
the
cow.
average smartphone takes about 3,000 milliamps to charge.
And this is how much again?
20,800. They are definitely meant for your smartphones, your tablets, your Bluetooth speakers. If you're headed to the beach, if you're headed camping, if you're on a plane with a whole bunch of kids, this is the charger for you. Early last year, we started a new research and development company in Silicon Valley where we're developing our SSDs from scratch. We have an incredible team of brilliant people from all over the flash industry that are putting their minds together and making this such a wonderful product. Not only for consumers, but we have them all the way up to client and enterprise users as well.
Initially, we received a $20,000 grant from Lieutenant Commander Jeremy Robbins. He was in Afghanistan and saw that a lot of military personnel were injured coming back and faced retirement, even though they did not want to. And so he was looking for a way that military officers and police officers could continue to serve and that we could continue to capture their experience and that they would not be medically retired. So he came up with the idea of using the Avatar, or Telebot, as a telepresence robot. And so our students took off with that design and were able to do this on a shoestring budget. With his $20,000 initial grant, we've added probably $10,000 or so now. So his total cost is about $30,000, and he's almost operational.
Just a few years ago, a 1 gigabyte drive, that was huge. But now a 1 gigabyte file is pretty common. So talk about terabytes and terabytes and terabytes and the advancement in data storage. And where do you keep all of that data? And more importantly, how do you keep it safe? We use our own version of RAID. It's a formatting of hard drives in one device, which it's to protect hard drives from failing. So if a hard drive does fail, all your data is still intact and accessible.
This is the Surface Pro 4.
Nice.
So this is a device that has just hit the market within the past week and a half or so. So it is a full PC, but it's also a tablet.
Ooh, and look at that, with a stylus that just kind of clips right there on the side. Very handy.
Exactly. Holds on with a magnet, and it lets you do handwriting. So when you pair it with, the support for the different interfaces in Windows 10, with tools like OneNote in Microsoft Office, now you can take all of your handwritten notes right on that machine. Or if you conduct a lot of PowerPoint-based slideshows, you can actually draw on your slides in the middle of your presentation with that pen.
Tell me about Xbox Elite.
Okay, the Xbox Elite, this is a new controller for the Xbox. Now we have our standard controllers, which are what most folks use, but for those who want to play their games the best and get the most performance out of them, we have the Elite. It lets us do things like, have hair triggers, so when you fire, it's even quicker and better than before. We can actually pull out these different sticks on top and change the length to really customize it for the pro gamer. Those paddles on the bottom, those are actually removable and customizable, so you can set them for different functions in different games.
We also decided to get into NAS appliance type of market. So today we brought you our new WD NAS DL4100. It's a 4-bay appliance.
I wish you brought it to me, but you brought it to show.
I brought it to show.
Boy, this is not a light item either, is it?
It's quite hefty, and it goes up to 24 terabyte of capacity.
Nice.
Now, we provide storage to our SMB type of customer, And we wanted to show them how to build solutions based on these type of storage appliances, right?
Sure.
So today we want to show you how you can use surveillance milestone Arcus software on top of this product. You can also use it for backup and disaster recovery.
As heavy as this is, pardon me grunting, but I'm going to turn it around so folks can also see the back.
It's a great appliance. It's very, very resilient. It's about having 2 network cards and 2 power supplies in the back, which means even if one of them fails, you know, your box will still continue working.
So this is our 7000 series. So a lot of people, like you said, are familiar with our Inspiron as well as our Alienware line, which is going to be for more of the gamers, and then you have your entry level, school, maybe just a mom checking Facebook type line.
Right.
So, but there's a lot of people that are kind of moving toward doing video editing, photo editing, because that software is starting to get easier and easier and easier over the time. 10 years ago, using Adobe Photoshop would be too much for me.
Yeah.
But nowadays, everything is so much more simple. So a lot of people are starting to get into it a lot more. So we needed to have a system that would be in between that Alienware gaming line as well as the Inspiron. And here we are with that 7000 series.
Tell me about this one in particular
So this
that we're
is going
showing.
to be our 15-inch. We also have it in a 17 as well.
No kidding.
So absolutely. Wow. So, and of course, all of these systems have video out. So if you want to connect it out to a larger monitor when you're at home, 27-inch, 30-inch, we also sell those as well. You can also do that as well. Normally on our 15-inch models, we don't have the numpad here. This is something that a lot of people use as well. Once they get a little bit more advanced, they realize they can type numbers a little bit faster just on this right-hand side.
Yeah.
So we did add this numpad here. And probably the biggest highlight is going to be the GeForce video card. And that kind of hints back to what I was saying earlier as far as video editing, photo editing. This is what you're going to need so those things don't run super sluggish. Now, you can get by on some of the lower-end machines, but this is what you want to have in order to get the most out of those type of programs.
It's that time of year again. Time to think about all the tech gifts we want to give and receive this holiday season. Remember that consumer electronics is the only category where you don't have to feel guilty when you buy a device to give and one to keep. Stay tuned to our upcoming product spotlight videos, as over the next several weeks, we're going to share with you some of the latest tech stocking stuffers that we've come across, and hope to give you some ideas on what you might look for the tech fans in your life. Check out our site anytime at intotomorrow.com and subscribe to our video podcasts so you don't miss any of our videos, including these special edition product spotlights for the holidays.